So we're gonna start first with US30. So yesterday analysis, US30 they played out amazing, which is pretty much going along with the trend. You guys can see that pretty much US30 has been heading to the downside, creating lower lows, lower highs, breaking under area of support, which we are getting the pullback using as resistance, right? So pretty much that happened right over here, happened right there, and then yesterday we pretty much caught the same exact trade all the way back into the downside, right? Now yesterday I also told you guys to keep an eyes around this area of support, which is gonna be roughly the 37,830, 37,780, which as you guys can see, price has already pulled back into this area, and we did get the bounce pretty much back into the upside. Now in the VIP group, we did manage to catch this trade, which was sent out on Sunday. This was a buy limit that was sent out on Sunday at 37,830, 37,780, which we already hit take profit to for over 230 points. Now I did manage to close out my first position, which is at 37,830 over roughly the 20 points is what I closed it out. Second position is still running. We did hit take profit 2 for 230 points. Right now we're pretty much just running over like 100 something points, but we have already stops at break even. We already secured our profits. We're just gonna let this trade do its thing. Now I'm still interested in continue looking for buy movement this morning, as long as price can remain itself above this structure over here, which we are currently retesting it, which is gonna be roughly the 37,930. So as long as price can remain itself right above here, we do get the rejection. Price does give us a bullish confirmation, pretty much telling us that price has more confirmation or more bias of going bullish and bearish than you guys are interested in, or you guys will be interested in looking for buys from right over here all the way back into the 37,230 or the 38,290, which will be my first take profit. If price continues to break above, you guys can simply wait for the same exact story, which is a simply break and retest above this resistance zone over here. You guys can just wait for the break and retest, and you guys are good to continue looking for more buy movement back into 38,600, which will be overall my take profit for today. Now as you guys can see, we are pretty much retesting the previous lower low, which can potentially also be used as a lower high. Now, I won't really be interested in looking for sales over here due to the fact that I'm in the buy position, so I'm not going to be really hedging the market. But if let's say that we do get rejection towards this area, pretty much the same exact trade that been going on over here, the only way that I'll be interested in selling the market this morning will be only if price can break under this current lower low, which is going to be roughly around the 37, we can say 37,680. So if we do get a candle closure under the zone over here, you guys pretty much just go down into lower time frame, which can be the 30-minute, 15-minute time frame, and just make sure that price does pull back into this area, does manage to use this area as resistance, and you guys are good to continue looking for more sales all the way back into the 37,320, which can be the first take profit. If price does continue breaking even lower, then you guys can obviously target more down. We can say pretty much roughly second take profit can roughly be right over here around the 37,100 range. So this can be your two take profit if we do continue looking for those sells. Now again, just make sure that price does remain itself above here, or maybe a break and retest above the 3800, and you guys are good to look for more buys. Anything under here, I'm looking for more sells, which is simply just going along with the trend. Moving to gold, yesterday I did explain to you guys those buy positions that I'll be interested in looking for buys. So one over here, which is this area of support, which we've been holding for the past couple of days, which as you guys can see, price has been rejecting. Yesterday we did see that price did pull back into this area. We did have those major rejection. Price perfectly broke into the upside. We broke above this H1 resistance, which is the 2365, which as you guys can see, price did pull back earlier today, and we have seen those rejection and price already push it back into the upside. Right now, another thing that I want you guys to take a look is going to be the 2389, which is the zone that we did have to push into the upside, which is this area of resistance, which price did manage to reject again. Right, so since we did reject this area of resistance, price did manage to obviously have to push to the downside. We did have a break of structure right over here, which can be roughly the 2381. So what I'll be looking at for this morning, since I'm not in this buys position over here, but what I'm definitely going to be looking at, I'm going to be waiting to see if price can give us a pullback into 2381. If we do see those rejection, we do see that price does remain itself under it, that I'll be interested in taking those sales back into the 2365. Or if price doesn't really pull back into this area, but we do have the break and retest under the 2365, definitely will be interested in looking for more sales back into the downside. This right here can be your first take profit, which can be roughly the 23, I'll say 2350 can be your first take profit, which is going to be this zone over here. If it does continue breaking under, your second take profit can be the 2336, and then overall your take profit for the sales are going to be down in the 2326 ranges. Now The only way that I'll be interested in buying the market today will simply be the break and retest above this current resistance, which is going to be the 23.89. So I'm just going to be waiting to see exactly how price reacts around this zone or under this zone over here. But let's say we pretty much don't get the break under here, or we don't get the rejection towards here, and price just simply continues breaking above. Then we simply break above this current resistance, retest it, use it as a higher low, use it as support, and you guys are good to continue looking for more buys back into the upside. Again, your first take profit can be right over here, which can be the 2400, and if it continues breaking above, your second take profit can be right over here, which is going to be roughly the 2426, which is also the current all-time highs. So you guys can see that we're already using this area of resistance as a higher low. We're just simply going to wait the same exact setup that happened right here. We're just going to wait above here, the only way that I'll be interested in buying the market. So that's pretty much it, guys, for today analysis. Very, very simple. Just be very patient with the market today. I do believe we do have news. We did have news. Let me double check. I don't think it's also news that I'll be interested either way this morning. So we do have news at 1:15. By the time I'm pretty much done, we have Powell speaks at 1:15. But that's pretty much the only news that we should be worried about, which is going to be at 1:15, but it's nothing really very serious. I'm not going to be trading around that time, so I'll be good around that time. But that's pretty much it, guys. Look at US30. We are currently rejecting it, so as you guys get an entry, you guys are good. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.